Right, so today in the shop, we're working on the '08 Silverado again. And today, we're going to be putting in new headlights. And not only new headlights, lenses, if you want to call them lenses, but we're also putting in new LED bulbs. The bulbs I got off eBay. I've got the high beam, the low beam, and the fog light bulbs. Cost me 32 bucks. And it's every bulb I need for the front. So they're supposed to be super bright. Of course, they're made in China. So we're gonna hope that they work like they should. They're supposed to be pretty bright. And then, of course, I got the headlight lenses, or whatever you want to call them. I got them on eBay as well. They cost me 90 bucks for the pair. And I kind of wanting to go with a little different look on the front. I'm wanting to kind of get away from the chrome, the bright, shiny chrome, and go to a more blackened out look on the front. So I think that'll look pretty sharp. I don't like... You can get those smoke lenses. I don't like that because that reduces your brightness of your bulbs when you put smoke lenses on stuff. So as you can tell, these headlight lenses, they're all faded out and cracked and pitted, and I've cleaned on them and polished them a couple of times already, and it helped for a little while, but it's time for something new. So the headlights themselves, there's a couple of 10mm bolts here on each one, and then there's one, won't be able to see it, but back off in here, there's a 10mm bolt on the side that holds these in. And then there's little push tabs that kind of fit in the side of the fender. I'm hoping I can wiggle this out of here without taking the grill off. But I may not be able to. I may have to pop the grill out too. But I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. So for now, I've already got some bolts loosened up here. I'm going to see if I can't wiggle this out of place without taking the grill out. And if I got to take the grill out, we'll do something different. So catch you in a minute. Alright, so before I pull the old headlights out, I want to see if we can tell much of a difference on the brightness. So we'll shut the lights off in the shop here. I still get a little light from the windows. And the phone camera may not be able to show me a whole lot. There's my park lights. Alright, there's my low beam old headlights. And then there's my high beam old headlights. So that's what we got. So let's see what we can come up with. Oops. Shut those back off. And I'll get going on the new ones here and we'll see what they look like. Alright, so I did end up going to have to take the grill out, because you cannot get the headlight buckets out without taking the grill out. They don't make enough room to do it. So, you have these little push pins. You pull the center up, pop the center up, then you pull the whole assembly out, and that holds on this plastic shield. They go in those holes just like that. Boom. And that plastic cover comes off. It's real simple. That's what lays right across here. Then the grill itself, you have 4 10mm bolts. Boom, 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 boom. Then you have these goofy little spring clips. Well, here, let me just pull this thing out of here. I've got them all loose now. I just have to pull it off of here. So, got one hold out here, it looks like. Why are you holding? There we go. I'll pick it up here in a minute. Alright, so then your grill comes right off. These stupid little clips here, kind of hard to show. These clips have a little deal in the middle. And the best way to get those is with a pair of needle nose pliers. See if I can stand this up here without messing things up too bad. Nope, wants to slide. Go over here. Best way to get those clips is I've got some angled needle nose pliers, and then you're able to reach in behind the grill and find a decent one here. Here we go. And you're able to reach in behind the grill and get these needle nose pliers on either side, because there's one on the top, one on the bottom, and you just squeeze that whole thing together and then it pops through. So that's the best way to get the grill off. That thing's gonna fall down and make me mad. Here we go. Over here. So now you can get to your headlights. Like I said, I got the bolts all out, and now they're just come out of here. Don't know how well the wires are. Hopefully I should be able to get that out of there. Oh, I'm hitting on my fender. Hitting on my fender. Everything's got to be a pain in the butt. Out of the way. There we go. There. A little work. And now we can get to our bulbs, so we can take them out and put our new ones in. So let me get them out here and we'll catch up with you here in just a second. Alright, I have the driver's side headlight in, the new headlight bucket, new headlight bulbs. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison as far as how bright the new LED bulbs are. Get the lights shut off here in the shop. Got the park lights on so I can see. Alright, so here's what we got. And there is low beam LED on the driver's side, regular halogen on the passenger side. The LED is definitely a white light, which ought to make it easier to see. That is low beams. That is high beams. So yeah, I think that's going to be quite the difference. I may have to do a little adjustment up and down. I'll have to get her out on the highway and see what it looks like. But wow, I think that's going to be quite the difference. So I'll work on showing you the other side and we'll get her all back together. Alright, I didn't show any much of pulling the headlight out on the driver's side, so we got all the bolts removed. So let's see if we can get, they're a little snug to get out. And you gotta do a little prying. Go. A little twisting, a little prying, a little pulling, and they do come out. So once you get it out, there's a little keeper here that you take off, and then I'm going to leave, since I'm replacing bulbs, I'm going to leave these old bulbs in the housing. So I'm just going to unclip the connectors, the wire connectors that go to them, like so. And like so, and then these just twist out supposedly. There we go. I did notice on the other side the orange coating on these bulbs, the marker and turn signal bulbs, is coming off the bulb. So I'm going to have to put some new bulbs in there probably. But I'm not going to worry about that tonight. And then you got two little Torx bit screws with big fat washers that hold the wire loom in place. So I'll remove that. And then we'll work on getting the new bulbs in the new housing and get it all back together. Alright, so we've got the old light bucket housing, whatever you want to call it, out. Got to take these wire keepers out. Alright, I'll keep those in case something happens and I need them. And then I can start these over on the new one. All I need is a couple of turns just to kind of hold them in place so we don't lose them. And then the new, there's cellophane over the light bulb holes so there's trash that doesn't get in there, so we need to pull that off. So we need to pull that off. There we go. Get it off where the light bulbs themselves go. And one more here. Eventually. There we go. Kind of hard to get finger up under there sometimes. Right, so have your headlight buckets sitting up the way it's supposed to, like it's going to be in the truck. The H11 bulb is your low beam bulb, and we can go ahead and put these in. And we can take it back over to the truck and set it in. There's a new bulb. So they just go in, do a little twist lock. Something like that right there. And then the 9005 bulb, 9005, is your high beam bulb. The low beam's on top, the high beam's on the bottom. And then it does the same way. It just goes in, does a little twist lock, and that's all there is to it. Like that. There we go. And of course your park and turn signal light bulbs are still mounted to the wire harness on the truck, and they just do a twist lock in as well. So there's our new headlight with the new bulbs in it. So we'll get it over to the truck and get it put back in. Alright, now we'll get over here and we'll get everything hooked back up, put in place. Like so. The new headlight buckets aren't quite as cherry as the original, but they will work. Let's see here. And this goes up here. Now I'll see if I can get that back in place to stay. Like I said, they don't quite line up very good, but it'll work. We'll make it work. There, she locked in place. Pulled that back out. Pulled that back out though. Alright, there's that back in. Now we gotta try and shove this back in place. Like we'll have troubles like we did before. Just barely give you enough room. There we go. Get that all in there. Hitting the horn. Why am I hitting the horn? There we go. Just gotta get her work back in the hole. I'm sure there's probably better ways to do this. On the bottom piece. There we go. Still hanging up. There we go. I'll give my hand back. There. My goodness. Why is it gotta be such a fight? Why is it gotta be such a fight? Aha! There we go. Now we're back in place. Alright. That was a little bit of a struggle. There is, if I can get in here, there's a little locking tab right there that you hook into, like so. And then you've got your 2 bolts up here. And then there's little, you can see them, little post right there that stick in the holes of your fender. And then there's a bolt back down inside here. So let me work on getting those put back in. And then we'll check her out. Alright, got both the headlights in now. Got the grill back in. I think it looks pretty sharp. I am going to, like I've been saying, I'm going to darken that chrome in, make it look like a black chrome. More like what the gas cap cover is. It doesn't show up on camera very well, but the running board is still just bright chrome. That's more of a muted kind of black chrome, and I think I'm going to go just a little bit darker when I do the grill, and I'm probably going to do the steps and wheels too, but I'm going to go just a little bit darker on those. So I need to get this top trim piece put back in, so let's do that real quick. I'll show you how that goes. It's super simple. It just fits over top like so. Like so. And then you have these push pins right here. You just stick them in the hole, and then you push the little button in. That locks it in place. So do that on all these. That's what holds this top trim piece in. And then the grill, like I said, it has those 4 bolts. When you put the grill in place, there is a little bit of play. You can scoot it side to side a little bit, so you can make the gap on your headlights come out even. So pay attention to that when you do that. See if I can get these in here. Some of these are a little tougher than others. That one's not wanting to cooperate. There we go. Like that. Pushing them in a little bit. You gotta have that. Oops. You gotta have that push pin pretty much all the way out for those to go in. There we go. And that push pin's got like a little wedge. And it pushes that out. Wedges that out. So, oops, drop that one. There's that one. Oh, dropped one. There we go. Get in there. There. Now then, drop the hood down. Let's see what we've got now. There is low beam, high beam. So let me go shut the shop lights off, and we'll see what we got. Oh wow, I think that's going to be so much better. Let's see. High beam, low beam. Awesome. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, I got to do the fog lights. I got new LED bulbs for those too, so I'll work on getting that done. We'll see what those look like.